you'll hear
سيد
a more formal word for Mr.
بمكتبه.
in his office and
تستنى.
to wait.
صباح الخير، اسمي جاك بينت. سيد تقي الدين هون؟
آسفة، هو مو بمكتبه هلأ. بتحب تستنى؟
ايه طبعا.
إمتى وصلت للشام يا سيد بنت؟
الجمعة، وصلت الجمعة الصبح.
وقديش حتبقى؟
للتنين، بس السبت حروح على حلب.
يا سيد بنت بتحب تشرب قهوة؟
ايه شكرا.
اسمع مرة تانية.
صباح الخير، اسمي جاك بينت. سيد تقي الدين هون؟
آسفة، هو مو بمكتبه هلأ. بتحب تستنى؟
ايه طبعا.
إمتى وصلت للشام يا سيد بنت؟
الجمعة، وصلت الجمعة الصبح.
وقديش حتبقى؟
للتنين، بس السبت حروح على حلب.
يا سيد بنت بتحب تشرب قهوة؟
ايه شكرا.
Now suppose you're in a cafe in Damascus having coffee with an acquaintance. How do you say Friday night?
الجمعة بالليل.
Ask her, would you like to go to the movies with me?
بتحبي تروحي على السينما معي؟
Or to a concert?
ولا لحفلة؟
She replies, I'd like to go to a concert.
بحب روح لحفلة.
She adds, I like to go to the movies.
بحب روح على السينما.
But I prefer to go to a concert.
بس بفضل روح لحفلة.
سؤال.
How about we go Friday night?
شو رأيك نروح الجمعة بالليل؟
And then,
وبعدين
we can drink something.
ممكن نشرب شي.
At my place.
عندي.
She tells you, Friday night, it's fine.
الجمعة بالليل منيح.
When does the concert start?
إمتى بتبدأ الحفلة؟
Tell her that it starts at 8:30.
بتبدأ الساعة 8:30. نص.
No, at 8:20.
لا، الساعة 8:15.
You reconsider. Or maybe it starts at 8:15.
أو ممكن تبدأ الساعة 8:15.
Now she says, I think it starts
بظن بتبدأ
at 8:15 on Friday.
الساعة 8:15 الجمعة.
Or at 8:30.
أو الساعة 8:30.
How does she say? I don't know.
ما بعرف.
Try to say at 8:05.
الساعة 8:05.
How would you offer, we can go together at 8:05?
ممكن نروح سوا الساعة 8:05.
Ask her, when is your friend Muna coming?
إمتى رفيقتك منى جاية؟
She tells you she's coming to my place on Saturday.
جاية لعندي السبت.
She's coming on Saturday at 11:10.
جاي السبت الساعة 11:10.
She will stay at my place until Friday.
حتبقى عندي للجمعة.
At 3:45.
الساعة 4:15.
Her husband isn't coming.
جوزها مو جاي.
She likes to travel.
بتحب السفر.
But her husband works a lot.
بس جوزها بيشتغل كتير.
And he prefers to stay at home.
وبيفضل يبقى بالبيت.
قول
Your friend likes to travel,
رفيقتك بتحب السفر.
but her husband prefers to stay at home.
بس جوزها بيفضل يبقى بالبيت.
Yes, he works a lot.
إيه بيشتغل كتير.
She will stay at my place until Friday.
حتبقى عندي للجمعة.
Later, you're speaking with another acquaintance. She and her husband would like you to come to their home. Here's how to say to come, meaning you come or you come over.
اسمع أعيد.
تجي. تجي.
How do you say you come over?
تجي.
تجي.
Means you come over. But do you remember how to say she's coming to visit me?
جاي تزورني. جاي.
Now, how does she ask, would you like to come over?
بتحب تجي؟
Do you remember how to say to my place?
لعندي؟
Here's how she says to our place.
اسمع أعيد.
لعنا. نا. لعنا.
How does she ask you, would you like to come over to our place?
بتحب تجي لعنا؟ تجي لعنا؟
On Saturday night?
السبت بالليل؟
Here's how to ask two people. To your place?
اسمع أعيد.
لعندكن؟ عندكن؟ لعندكن؟
Try to answer. Yes, I would like to come over.
ايه بحب اجي. اجي. بحب اجي.
Referring to two people, say, to your place.
لعندكن.
She asks, can you come over to our place?
ممكن تجي لعنا؟
At 7:45?
الساعة 8:15.
We can have a glass of green tea together.
ممكن نشرب كاسة شاي أخضر سوا.
Referring to their place, try to say, I will come over to your place.
حاجي لعندكن. حاجي لعندكن.
On Saturday night.
السبت بالليل.
But not at 7:45.
بس مو الساعة 8:15. إلا ربع.
قول
I need to buy some t-shirts first.
لازم اشتري شوية قمصان أول.
At 8:05. Is that good?
الساعة 8:05 منيح؟ 8:05.
How did she ask? Would you like to come over?
بتحب تجي؟ تجي؟
How do you say your place to two people?
عندكن.
Now you're at their home. Here is how she asks you, when are you going to Latakia?
اسمع أعيد.
إمتى رايح على اللاذقية؟ رايح. إمتى رايح على اللاذقية؟
How do you ask a man, are you going?
رايح؟
جاوب
I will leave Tuesday morning.
حأمشي 3 الصبح.
At 9:15.
الساعة 9:15. 9:15.
She asks you, you're not going to Latakia until Tuesday?
مو رايح على اللاذقية للثلاثة؟
قول
Yes, I'm going at 9:15.
إيه رايح الساعة 9:15. رايح الساعة 9:15.
Now let's practice telling time. How do you say 10 to 7?
7:10. 7:10.
8:05.
8:05. 8:05.
20 to 1.
1:03. 1:03.
At 6:30.
الساعة 6:30. 6:30.
4:45.
4:15. 4:15.
Your acquaintance asks you again, when are you going to Latakia?
إمتى رايح على اللاذقية؟ رايح.
She says, you're not going until Tuesday?
مو رايح للثلاثة؟
Speaking to a couple, how do you say, I will come over to your place?
حأجي لعندكن. حأجي لعندكن.
On Saturday night.
السبت بالليل.
Now you're making a sales call to a Damascus company. Here's how the receptionist asks for your name.
اسمع أعيد.
شو اسمك؟ اسمك. شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك من فضلك؟
How does she ask? What's your name, please?
شو اسمك من فضلك؟ شو اسمك؟
Tell her your name is Jack Bennett.
اسمي جاك بينت.
Do you remember how to say, she wants to see our daughter?
بدها تشوف بنتنا. أشوف.
Now try to say, I want to see
بدي شوف. شوف.
Mr. Ta'adin.
اسمع أعيد.
السيد تقي الدين. السيد. السيد تقي الدين.
سيد
is a more formal word for Mr., which we'll use from now on. Note that when you're talking about someone, you say the Mr. Now try to say that you want to see Mr. Ta'adin.
بدي شوف السيد تقي الدين. بدي شوف السيد تقي الدين.
How did the receptionist ask you what your name is?
شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك من فضلك؟
You give your name. How do you say that you want to see Mr. Ta'adin?
بدي شوف السيد تقي الدين. السيد.
She says that he's not in his office. Here's how to say his office.
اسمع أعيد.
مكتبه. تبو. مكتبه.
She says, no, he's not in his office.
لا مو بمكتبه. هو مو بمكتبه.
Not now. Try it.
مو هلأ. هلأ. مو هلأ.
Mr. Ta'adin isn't in his office now.
السيد تقي الدين مو بمكتبه هلأ.
What's the word for he is coming?
جاي.
How does the receptionist say he's coming at 10 after 9?
جاي الساعة 9:10. جاي.
He's not in his office now.
مو بمكتبه هلأ.
Can you wait a few minutes? First, here's how to say a few minutes. Literally, a few minute.
اسمع أعيد.
كم دقيقة؟ دقيقة. كم دقيقة؟
Now, here's how she asks, can you wait?
اسمع أعيد.
ممكن تستنى؟ تستنى؟ ممكن تستنى؟
How would she ask, can you wait a few minutes?
ممكن تستنى كم دقيقة؟ كم دقيقة؟
Now try to say, I can wait.
ممكن استنى. استنى.
جاوب.
Yes, of course, I can wait now.
إيه طبعاً ممكن استنى هلأ.
Now she tells you to wait, saying, wait here. Note that when she's telling you to wait, you drop the beginning sound.
اسمع أعيد.
استنى هون. استنى. استنى هون من فضلك.
How did she ask you what your name is?
شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك من فضلك؟
She tells you, wait here in his office, please.
استنى هون بمكتبه من فضلك.
قول.
I can wait a few minutes.
ممكن استنى كم دقيقة.
She tells you, wait for Mr. Ta'adin. For is understood.
استنى السيد تقي الدين.
In his office, please.
بمكتبه من فضلك.
She asks, "Can you wait a few minutes?"
ممكن تستنى كم دقيقة؟
Mr. Ta'edin isn't here now.
السيد تقي الدين مو هون هلأ.
How did she ask you what your name is?
شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك من فضلك؟
How does she ask, "Mr. Bennett, do you like to travel?"
يا سيد بنت بتحب السفر؟ يا سيد؟
Tell her, "Sometimes I prefer to stay at home."
أحياناً بفضل أبقى بالبيت.
She checks on Mr. Ta'edin. She says he's still not here.
لسه مو هون.
She asks, "Would you like to wait a few minutes?"
بتحب تستنى كم دقيقة؟
Mr. Ta'edin isn't in his office now.
السيد تقي الدين مو بمكتبه هلأ.
قول
Of course I can wait a few minutes.
طبعاً ممكن استنى كم دقيقة. استنى.
She wants to ask you if you'd like a cup of coffee. Here's how to say a cup of coffee.
اسمع أعيد.
فنجان قهوة. جان. فنجان. فنجان قهوة.
How would she ask, "Would you like to drink a cup of coffee?"
بتحب تشرب فنجان قهوة؟
جاوب إيه شكراً.
إيه شكراً.
With sugar.
اسمع أعيد.
مع سكر. سكر. مع سكر.
قول
A cup of coffee with sugar.
فنجان قهوة مع سكر. مع سكر.
But without milk. First, here's the word for milk.
اسمع أعيد.
حليب. ليب. حليب. حليب.
Now here's the word for without.
اسمع أعيد.
بلا. بلا.
Now try to say without milk.
بلا حليب. بلا. بلا حليب.
How did she ask, "Would you like to drink a cup of coffee?"
بتحب تشرب فنجان قهوة؟
كيف بتقول؟
Yes, but without milk.
إيه بس بلا حليب.
قهوة مع حليب.
Is mostly served at home for breakfast. At other times of the day, you'll most likely be offered
قهوة سادة.
black coffee. Say that you want a cup of coffee with sugar.
بدي فنجان قهوة مع سكر.
Now try to say with milk but without sugar.
مع حليب بس بلا سكر. مع حليب بس بلا سكر.
هلأ قول
A cup of coffee, please.
فنجان قهوة من فضلك.
With sugar, but without milk.
مع سكر بس بلا حليب.
She tells you, of course. Can you wait a few minutes, please?
طبعاً، ممكن تستنى كم دقيقة من فضلك؟
She brings your coffee. What does she say as she hands you the cup?
تفضل. تفضل القهوة.
قول
Thank you.
شكراً.
She checks again and this time says, Mr. Ta'adin is here now.
السيد تاء الدين هون هلأ.
How does she say, can you come over with me?
ممكن تجي معي؟ ممكن تجي معي؟
It's 9:05.
الساعة 9:05.
Mr. Ta'adin is in his office now.
السيد تاء الدين بمكتبه هلأ.
Do you remember how she asked you for your name?
شو اسمك؟
Now, on another day, a friend asks, how about we go drink a coffee?
شو رأيك نروح نشرب قهوة؟
She offers, you can come over to our place.
ممكن تجي لعنا. لعنا.
Referring to two people, ask, to your place?
لعندكم؟
She says, yes, my husband is at home now.
إيه جوزي بالبيت هلأ.
Sometimes he works a lot.
أحياناً بيشتغل كتير. بيشتغل.
But tonight he prefers to stay at home.
بس اليوم بالليل بفضل يبقى بالبيت.
That's good. I want to see your husband too.
منيح، بدي شوف جوزك كمان.
Can you come over to our place now?
ممكن تجي لعنا هلأ؟
Once there, she asks, would you like to drink a cup of coffee?
بتحب تشرب فنجان قهوة؟ فنجان؟
She makes coffee, then asks, would you like milk or sugar?
بتحب حليب ولا سكر؟
قول
Without sugar for me.
بلا سكر إلي. بلا سكر إلي.
As she fills her own cup, she says, and milk for me.
وحليب إلي.
This is the end of Unit 12 and the end of today's lesson. Pimsleur courses work best when done consecutively and on a daily basis. For best results, please continue with the next unit tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Simon & Schuster Audio. Copyright 2010 by Simon & Schuster, Incorporated. Recording copyright 2010 by Simon & Schuster, Incorporated. All rights reserved. This is Unit 13 of Pimsleur's Arabic 2.
اسمع هالمحادثة.
Karen has just walked into a cafe where she sees an acquaintance and joins him. You'll hear,
على الإجازة.
on vacation.
مرحبا كارن، بتحبي فنجان قهوة؟
إيه بحب.
وشي تاكلي؟
لا شكراً مو هلأ. إمتى رايح على الإجازة؟
السبت، وإنتي؟
الجمعة رايحة على اللاذقية.
اسمع مرة تانية.
مرحبا كارن، بتحبي فنجان قهوة؟
إيه بحب.
وشي تاكلي؟
لا شكراً مو هلأ. إمتى رايح على الإجازة؟
السبت، وإنتي؟
الجمعة رايحة على اللاذقية.
How would you ask someone his name?
شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك؟
Now, how would he answer that his name is Khaled Gabra?
اسمي خالد غبرة.
You're talking with the Gabras. Mrs. Gabra asks you, would you like to have a cup of coffee?
بتحب تشرب فنجان قهوة؟
She makes coffee, then asks, would you like milk or sugar?
بتحب حليب ولا سكر؟
قول
Without sugar for me.
بلا سكر إلي.
She suggests, how about we go to the movies tonight?
شو رأيك نروح على السينما بالليل؟
Or to a concert?
ولا لحفلة؟ ولا لحفلة؟
قول
I prefer to go to the concert.
بفضل روح على الحفلة.
But when does the concert start?
بس إمتى الحفلة بتبدأ؟
Mrs. Gabra tells you that it starts at 8:30.
بتبدأ الساعة 8:30.
No, at 8:20.
لا الساعة 8:15.
She gets the newspaper and says, wait here, please.
استنى هون من فضلك.
She comes back and says, it starts at 8:15.
بتبدأ الساعة 8:15.
You realize she's looking at a listing for Saturday. Say, today is Friday.
اليوم الجمعة.
She says, on Friday I think it starts.
الجمعة بظن بتبدأ.
She checks again, at 8:15.
الساعة 8:15.
She says, can you come over to our place first?
ممكن تيجي لعنا أول؟
Your wife has a friend visiting. Ask her, how long will Muna stay?
قديش حتبقى منى؟ حتبقى.
Your wife says, she will stay at our place.
حتبقى عنا.
Until 5:30 today.
للساعة 5:30 اليوم.
قول
In that case, we can go to the concert tonight.
إذا ممكن نروح على الحفلة اليوم بالليل.
Referring to both of you, Mrs. Gabra asks, she will stay at your place?
حتبقى عندكم؟
قول
Yes, until 5:30.
إيه للساعة 5:30.
Now it's another day. You and your wife are making plans for an evening out with your friend Sammy. Your wife says, I prefer to go to the movies.
بفضل روح على السينما.
Here's how to say the movie or the film.
اسمع أعيد
الفيلم. فيلم. الفيلم.
And after the movie,
اسمع أعيد
وبعد الفيلم. بعد. وبعد الفيلم.
she says, after the movie,
بعد الفيلم.
we can have a cup of coffee at our place.
ممكن نشرب فنجان قهوة عنا.
Referring to both of you, Sammy asks, at your place?
عنكن
Your wife asks, when does the movie start?
اسمع أعيد
إمتى بيبدأ الفيلم؟ بيبدأ. إمتى بيبدأ الفيلم؟
She says,
بيبدأ
because
الفيلم
is a masculine word. Now ask, when does the... This is Unit 12 of Pimsleur's Arabic 2.